Welcome back to My Meal Serve, guys. Today we're going to do a little bare bones, basically farm guns. So this will be like the lowest you can probably go, the weakest, and the cheapest that we can probably get. Not really sure how expensive this would be, but it is a hand-me-down, or it is a cheaper one. This was a hand-me-down from my father. It is a single-shot 410, and we've got the Henry Golden Boy. Not exactly the cheapest of the cheap, but it's probably your most effective for follow-up shots if you don't want a larger gun or anything. And then you've got this for the smaller pests. I apologize. This is just a pellet gun. You can see I loaded in a BB. We'll kind of just show that off safe real quick. Just a couple pumps of that, and then you go into your cocked, basically safety off, and ding the metal. I hope I couldn't really hear it too well, but that's the simplest one right there. Didn't really mean to pull one in, so we just shot that real quick. But today we'll shoot we'll talk about them. The 22, the 410, and the little pellet gun, and then we'll show you that this is probably the most effective you're going to have if you've got a small child or a child who's learning how to shoot, or one that you just don't want to put a real gun into the hands of. I would put a real gun into the hands of the example we're going to have today. It's my sister-in-law, but we'll start with the 22. That shouldn't be too loud. If you guys want to keep your ear protection in, then that's fine. We got our 410 for later. And we got the pellets right here, and then those are our BBs. I keep them in this little nightlight box I got from my son. We're just using the golden bucket or whatever. The 22 golden bucket of bullets, golden bullets, whatever. We'll get them loaded up real quick. This does not have a side insert like the 45 Colt does. You do have to either take this guy all the way out or lean him forward so that it sits like that with the orange tip, the orange follower that is. It's on the end there. You can see that's out of the way. You just drop your bullets in. They slide back, and you can actually feel it impact the back there each time. I can't remember the capacity on this, but it is a high capacity rifle. But it covers all the bases of not being an assault weapon. It's not semi-auto, but as you'll see soon, this guy will go very fast. I can shoot this quickly. Follow-up shots are very easy to get with lever action. Oh, we'll fill her up real tight. Not all the way, but just enough. I'll keep our hammer back and everything. Nothing in quite yet. We'll keep our ears out for the first one. I know these golden bullets aren't super powerful, but we'll take some shots real quick. Let me get the fuzz off the top there. There. It was distracting. Not super loud. And as you can see, it just fills the other one out. And your follow-ups can be that quick. And you're not really losing much of your sight or anything. But we're still loaded up and everything. We'll take some more aimed shots. We'll hit the metal there. Whoop. Never ejected the old one. There we go. Hit the metal. Beautiful. And you got the buckhorn sights on this, so it's a huge sight picture. And there. And we're empty. See? Empty, empty. We're all set. You put your hammer back down. Come back over here. Now, it wasn't super loud, but we're going to want to be careful with the next one, so I'll put my hearing protection in. I won't turn the radio on that sends a signal between the two because, well, it interferes with the microphone on my chest, which I'm going to check real quick to make sure it's still on. Yep, we still have power, thank goodness. Put that back on right there. The last video I did, I lost power on that puppy, and it was really frustrating. Now, this is a single shot. We'll kind of shoot one of those, and then we'll take these apart, and we'll look at the different applications. We'll shoot a simple 410 out of this one. If I can get the box open. I've never opened this one. These are 3-inch Remington Express. And as you can see, that's a nice big long one. This one does take the full length 3-inch shells. And you pull your hammer back. So this one is a hammer action, so without that hammer back, it's not going to go off. We got all our hearing protection in. Good. All right. And this is basically got the skeet on the very end there, that you can't really aim it, but you just kind of go, okay, line it up as best as you can. And beautiful. Now it is pretty powerful for 410. Now watch this. This thing ejects beautifully. I love this. Shoots way out of there. I love it. But this guy, this was a Kresge shotgun. This was made in Brazil. It's not Kresge per se, but it was made for SS Kresge Company in Troy, Michigan. And it's got the zip code on there for Troy. And this was bought by my dad's brother-in-law in the early 70s, or even earlier, at Kmart, the long-lost Kmart. This guy has seen quite a bit of use. It's been a little beat up, as you can see from the missing piece there. But my dad, this is one of his favorites, and he was able to pass it down to me. He found it in the attic at my grandmother's house and kept it. And then when he noticed I was getting into the firearms and stuff, he handed it down to me. And then he passed away, sadly, a few years after that, which was pretty devastating for me. But at least I have this guy, and I'll keep it up and keep it moving, and always remember him when I shoot it. So that's pretty much it with that. I think it was about $400 when my brother-in-law, or my dad's brother-in-law, bought it. You can see that this is pretty much the bare bones of a shotgun that you'd need, is something small like that. Now, you don't have to do a 410. You can do a 20 gauge. You can even do a 12. But you can see the difference between that 410 and that 12 gauge there. Big difference. And we'll kind of go over that as well. But here we'll shoot a pellet out of our, there we go. I want to get that in the way. And then we'll get a pellet out. Set her down now. Oop. Now, this is a pellet gun / BB gun. It's a farm tool, like the others. Thank you, guys. I got my little stage crew back here, which is really nice. Glad I had both of them today. We'll get a pellet in there. Oh, well, looks like we might get a BB as well. Yep, we got a BB instead. Well, we'll get the BB in there first. Set the pellet aside. And we'll pump this one up to full power. Now, it's not like the lever action where it just kind of goes down like that and back up. This one actually has, you saw earlier, a full pump that you have to pump up. And you have to bring it all the way to full extension. There we go. And it locks in place right here with a little hook. I'll bring that guy up. Take aim what we want. If I can hit that can. I don't know if that did anything. Can't hear anything with hearing protection in when you shoot a pellet gun. But we'll try again with the pellet. We got a BB, we got a BB. God damn it. I don't want a BB, I want the pellet. Alright, now we got one loaded. We'll get one in there, get that off the fire, and I'll hand this off. You can see that a kid can do this just as well as an adult. So she's going to pump it up. And you don't need many on this one. It's going to get plenty of power to it. And the BB is not going to fly as hard or as fast as that pellet, but it's going to get enough power to it. And you can hear, maybe you can hear the clink, but it's beautiful. This thing is fantastic when you actually get the BBs in there. So I'll take a shot if a BB wants to come to my rescue. There we go. No. There, got one. I'm just having a hard time today, guys. But I actually don't think you need to pump this one more than once, because it gets pretty powerful. Yep, I had the hard metal on that one.
You got that one.
But this guy would be more for getting rid of pests like chipmunks, smaller squirrels, rats, mice, if you can catch them. Pissing off your raccoons and your possums is not going to kill one of them. Of course, you get an eye shot. Good luck with that, though. This would be good for, pissing off a black bear, or maybe not even noticing it, because it feel more like a sting. It's essentially a good tool for your homestead, your farm, or your ranch, just to carry around, especially to give to a kid so they can get rid of the smaller pests. Now, more of a medium pest gun would be your 22 LR, which is the one here for the golden bullets. That's our Henry. Now, this guy is 22 long rifle. This is also rated for the 22 short and the 22 long. So the difference between the 22 long and the 22 long rifle is that rifling right there on the end of the bullet. Now, this one is a perfectly inline with the bullet itself, and it is a rimfire cartridge. So it is the oldest cartridge still in that would have been designed, oldest designed cartridge that's still in production. It does not have that center fire primer. It has the rimfire primer. So we'll load up one of those. We'll let Taylor take a shot with this one. And then she can give me the difference between how this feels, how the 410 feels, and how the pellet rifle feels. Taylor will take the reins, and then she'll shoot it. I showed her the manual of arms in between and everything, so she knows how to shoot this guy. Yep, get your hand in there, click it, there you go. That's it, super smooth. 22 LR, and that's it. And then she'll eject the bullet. We'll watch that fling. Beautiful. Phil gave us a nice thumbs up. And she's collecting the brass. I got this gun up, so we don't have to worry. And now I'm going to have both of them come around behind me because I got to clear the gun. Thank you. Cleared. Okay. We'll move on to the shotgun. We'll make sure everybody's got their hearing protection back in. And then Taylor will shoot the shotgun. I'll go over the manual of arms on that one. So the essentials of this guy, just pops open, you put your cartridge in, and you close it. That's as simple as it can be. With this guy, it's just the simple click, click, and go ahead and boom. That's it. So I'll load her one up real quick. This one does not charge itself when you open it up and all that, not like the other two. So the action is a brake action. You keep her in there, and then you pull the hammer back. That's how you get ready to go. So that's why it makes it a really good farm tool. Is that this shotgun is not going to have a massive spread, but it's also going to be beautiful for shooting. So go ahead, Tay. Now, what did you think about the difference? You think a kid can handle that?
No.
No, a kid can't handle that?
It has a kick to it?
No, it's okay. It's a shotgun.
That too.
You know, it's just about the heaviest one. Well, the lightest one you can get. I'm going to shoot that out. I love doing this, so we'll get it on video. And just flew about 10 feet in the other direction. So there's our 410. You can kind of smell that simulation. You know, it smells like simulation black powder, but it's not. Nice and clean. Yep, the barrel's still nice and clean. That's what I like about these brake actions too, is you can always check to see if fouling's in there. For the sky, there's not much at all. So you can always check a brake action like that. Now we'll kind of show you the options you have for personal defense with 410. That's what makes this a really good one, is you can get yourself what they would put, you know, in a buckshot. So this is a little more powerful than the game shot we were doing, but I mean, you're going to get a lot of pressure out of both. This is more for hunting rabbits and birds, doves, all that. You can see it on the box. It shows you what you can kind of shoot with them. It's a lot easier to hit a squirrel or a bird or a bunny with a spread shot like that. Not so much easy with a buckshot, but this is not double aught buck. This is what they call triple aught bucks, or this smaller. You can see that it's buckshot basically stacked on top of each other. We'll give her the old cock and fire. Now this should leave more of an impression downrange. Now that has a lot more of a kick to it than the other one, but it is a personal defense round. It's about comparable to what you would say a 45 Colt would feel. These always smell good compared to you know, your golden bullets or any other kind, just because there's something about shotgun powder that just it's slower burning and it just smells so much better. Whew, that was strong. We'll close that up. Just clear. We know it's not going to do anything. And then we'll take our ears out. We'll kind of talk about this real quick. So your options with a pellet gun are going to be your pellets, of course, and then your BBs. These are really old copper ones, but there are steel BBs in there that I mixed in. And those are the 177s. You can get 22 caliber ones. They're going to be about as thick as the ends of these 22 caliber bullets. As you can see, the 177 is just going to fall whoop, right down in there, but a 22 would not. You can see that 177 grain, or 177 caliber pellet just fell right down in the bottom of that. It would not do that if it was a 22. It was sick right on the top. Your options with 410 are pretty much endless to the point of where the 410 goes. You can get anywhere from number 9 shot all the way up to number 6 shot, I think I've seen. And then, of course, buckshot. And then they do make slugs, but I would not shoot a slug down this one because it has an internal break in it. And I don't want to damage the very thin barrel that's on this 410. The 22, I can shoot whatever I want out of that within the 22 LR range. She is, like I said, 22 short, 22 long, and 22 long rifle. These are very, bless you, by the way, Phil, my cameraman, sneezed a little bit. These are pretty much your bare bones. You can use almost all of them as self-defense. I wouldn't really want to recommend this for self-defense. It's not going to stop a person. 410 buckshot may stop a person. 22 LR, probably going to piss them off to a point. But if you've got what I think I can fit about 17 in here with 22 LR all the way down from the action to the tip of this, well, to the essentially to right about here, you're going to make that person to pretty much Swiss cheese if they're close enough, because you're going to be able to follow up like that. The speed that I was going at earlier, and we'll demonstrate that real quick as well, how fast I can shoot this gun. It makes the assault rifle stuff sound kind of silly, because when you think about it, I can get a hunting caliber in a lever action like this and shoot similar speeds to this 22 LR. And I'll even prove it someday soon. We'll do a whole lever action day where I take this, my 45 Colt, which killed plenty of people, and then we'll take one that is chambered in 30-30 Winchester center fire, whichever one you want to call it, and we'll show you how fast you can shoot those. It makes the argument for assault rifles and semi-auto sound really silly, because I can get just as many off, if not more, than somebody pulling a trigger like that can do, because I can get a lot of follow-up shots. This. Granted, it's not going to be full auto or anything, but this is going to be fast. So let's get her all loaded up, and we'll just show you how fast I can get bullets down range. If you want to stop somebody, then this is going to be a really good option. Whoop. And as you can see, most of those hit the red tank that's down there, the expansion tank that was for a well. It's empty. I'll clear the rifle. Beautiful. And that's how fast you can get 22 LR down range. Follow-up shots are very easy with a lever action. Follow-up shots with this guy, not so much. You're going to have to essentially get her popped open, put a new shell in, close, cock, fire, pop open, the other one goes flying, then you grab another one, close, cock, fire. And that hammer is not easy to pull back. It's a very tight hammer. Don't worry about the dry firing on that. Center fire, anything, it's not going to hurt it. If you dry fire too many times on a rim fire like this, when you think about it, that rim is hitting here, which is going to be the bottom of your chamber. And every time that hits, that hard, brittle striker hits that primer, it's going to be hitting dry fire. That's going to hit your chamber, and it could crack your your striker, or whatever you want to call it, the hammer. You could damage your gun, so you don't want to do that too many times with with a rimfire. With a pellet gun, you don't have to worry about that. It's pretty much just air going through that system. Even if it is a hammer, it's going straight right down to where it needs to go in the chamber. But that's essentially your bare bones of what you'd want for a sort of a ranch, homestead, farm setup. Something for the small game, something with pretty much a good follow-up shot, something to be sort of a personal defense, so you can go all the way up to 12 if you want. I know that is a pretty big jump from here. You can see the water coming out of there from here to here, but there are other options as well. There's your 16 gauge, which is making a comeback, and then there's 20 gauge as well. I don't have any 20 gauge out here to do an example, but it is a viable option for self-defense and farm hunting, whatever. You can even hunt with this guy. You can even hunt with the pellet gun if you wanted to. I have taken a few squirrels with my version of this, which is a older version of this Bara. No problem. I've taken the squirrels out. So if you're hunting squirrel, this can work with pellets, definitely. Hunting squirrel with this, you can take. Hunting squirrels with this, you can take them. I wouldn't want to eat them out of this one because, well, even in a 2.5-inch shell, it would eviscerate them. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. Comment what you think about this. Comment what you think. 410 versus 20 gauge, is 410 a viable option? I know you can get them in pistols now, with a 45 Colt and the 410 go in the same chamber. That's the Judge, or I don't know what the other one's called, but it's a revolver. Tell me what you think. 22 is a good option for a home or for a farm. And then let me know what you think about the Bara 1866 as a viable option. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by.